Welcome to Switch It Up. And Merry Christmas, but that is not a Christmas tree behind me, and
We're not home.
We're not home. And I'm kind of struggling with that a little bit, but that is just the reality of RV life sometimes. Mm-hmm. You can pivot.
You can pivot.
We had to pivot.
So we just wanted to stop in. This is not a normal video. We just wanted to say Merry Christmas to all of you and the loved ones and the people that are important to you in your life. And we are taking a break. We have taken a break for the last 3 or 4 weeks, not really filming anything. You've been watching some of our adventures all the way up into this point. And it would just be nice just to say thank you and Merry Christmas.
And we hope to see you in 2026.
Yeah, because there's some big things planned, like some really big things. And you know, for a Christmas gift, they could probably come to one of those things. You could actually open that underneath the tree. They could buy a little thing and it's like, oh, a huddle certificate or a United Rally.
Absolutely.
Because what better gift is there than memories?
Absolutely. That's why we even got started on the journey, was just to create some memories, spend some time together. And now we want to do that with you, and we offer you the opportunity. If you're really in the doghouse this year, you could maybe sign up for the Hawaii.
Oh, I mean,
those
Hawaii?
last minute men that you haven't bought a gift, Hawaii. Like that seems like a good Christmas gift for your wife, and just we're going to Hawaii.
We're going to Hawaii, bucket list. We've learned that just through the course of our life, our children and grandchildren never have really remembered anything that we've given them, but in this journey of RVing, they came to us one year to go to Orlando, and we all went to Disney World together. Even just in general, all of the different vacations and trips. That's why we all RV, is to build the memories together. And this Christmas, we want to say thank you for the memories that you've given us along this journey and the memories that are to come. Because right around the corner, we have the Tampa RV show. That's why we've been resting and getting ready for that, and just taking some time and helping our daughter move in to a new career choice that's down here in Fort Lauderdale. That's why we don't have a Christmas tree. Yep.
That's what you do. You just kind of, RV life gives us that, like, we can move around the country to where we're needed most at that moment. And yes, we're not with the grandkids this year, but I know that they're going to have a great Christmas, and they know we love them, and we're looking forward to what adventure we can spend with them in the next couple of years. But I think the key thing is it's never about the gifts. It's never about the pressure. It's about the memories. And most importantly, it's just the amazing fact that we need to remember that this season is about a beautiful little baby that just came to be the savior of the world. And we hope that as we travel the United States, that light that is within us just kind of shines throughout the communities that we impact together with you guys. That's what it's all about. So enjoy Christmas, reflect on this beautiful season wherever you are in the world, and we just thank you for being a little small part of this journey of ours. And have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2026.
Merry Christmas.
I didn't hear it at first. The knocking. Maybe I was just too selfish to recognize it, but that's how this whole thing started, was with the knocking. It all started with me. The night they showed up on my doorstep, I had never seen eyes as tired as the ones Mary was carrying around. I suppose 80 miles on the back of a donkey will do that sort of thing. But I remember she never looked scared. Maybe exhausted, tired, worn out, confused, uncomfortable, but never scared. I remember Joseph too. He had the most understanding eyes. Even when I told him we were full and all I had available was a stable out back, he graciously thanked me, took his wife by the hand, and headed towards it. I'll never forget that night. How could I ever forget that night? You see, when Jesus grew up to be a man, I realized that all the things they were saying about him were true. Can you believe it? The Son of God, the Savior of the world, the Messiah. After all the years, after all the preparation, after all the stories, the King was here, and I was the one. I was the innkeeper who gave him his first palace, a stable, who let his first king-size bed be a manger, who let his first robes be scraps of clothes. You see, it's always been about me. And I swear, if I could go back, I swear I would give him a room fit for majesty. But I didn't. I merely gave him enough to feel good about me. I didn't make room for Jesus in the inn, and I didn't make room for Jesus in my heart. I didn't make room because I was too selfish. And to think I had the audacity to believe I was doing them a favor. And now, all I hear is their knocking. And I realize that it has always been about him, and never, ever has it been about me.